is the proof that I'm still alive.
Hero number 99. Brody, the Lone Star. Brody is the 17th marksman, but he is not an ordinary marksman. Brody specializes in burst and read. Pain is the proof that I'm still alive. I love that line from his entrance because it's freaking relatable. Although a lot of us can relate to this, I just want to say that we don't need to experience pain to feel alive. But to those who are in pain right now, either physically, emotionally or mentally, please know that I love you and your life matters. The people around you love and appreciate you. What the world is experiencing right now can be really heavy, but please don't you ever lose the desire to live and to stay alive. I'm rooting for you. For his design, I have nothing to say but sauna all. That means, I hope everyone has a fit body like him. I like the effect of his right hand though. It seems like he got cursed for using it too much, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Brody costs 32,000 BP. But should you buy him? Make sure the like button is already blue before we proceed. Epic. Hey, are you a Mobile Legends player who wants to know more about the game? Please consider subscribing to my channel and turning the notification bell on to become a certified TheQPal today. We will have a huge giveaway once we reach 150,000 TheQPals. So please help me revive our channel by liking this video and sharing it to your friends. Good morning, TheQPals. Welcome to this buy or nah video of Brody. The goal of this video is to help you decide on whether you should buy Brody or nah depending on several aspects. Disclaimer: my opinions are based on my knowledge and experience in playing Mobile Legends for the past 3 years. They can be right or wrong, and their validity may change through time, depending on future changes to be made in this hero and in the meta. My first impression after using Brody is that he could deal a lot of damage, and he has the potential. His basic attack is comparable with Granger, but it has a twist. I think marksman users will be excited to use him. So let me know if you're a marksman user by liking this video. Epic. Now, let's understand his skills. Passive skill: Abyss Corrosion. As you can see, Brody's basic attack has a slow animation. To compensate, he is able to move during this attack animation. His basic attack gets extra 200% of his total physical attack, so it could deal a lot of damage depending on his items. He also acquires extra movement speed after every basic attack. As you can see, the enemy that he attacks gets some Abyss Mark, and it can stack up to 4. Each stack increases Brody's movement speed and his damage to that target. This Abyss Mark can also be applied to minions and creeps. First skill: Abyss Impact. Brody launches a linear area of effect damage which slows enemies and applies 1 stack of Abyss Mark. It deals more damage and puts more Abyss Mark to enemies at the back. This is Brody's main source of damage, and it's great for poking while clearing the minions. Second skill: Corrosive Strike. This is a blink skill which can only be used when there's a target, just like Zilong's second skill. This skill has 2 parts. First, Brody dashes to the target to stun him and put 1 stack of Abyss Mark. Second, he dashes 1 more time to the direction of the joystick and gains extra movement speed. It is supposed to be his escape skill, but it is more of an offensive skill in my opinion. Ultimate: Torn Apart Memory. This is a burst damage which can hit all targets within the range, whether it's heroes, minions or creeps. It will deal extra damage to those who have lower HP and with more stacks of Abyss Mark. What I like about this is, it has a wide range and it can still be triggered even if you move away to the target.
We are just vessels. If only happiness could last. Feel what I feel.
It is best used as a finisher to enemies with low HP and 4 stacks of Abyss Mark.
Here to stay.
I would say that Brody is an early to middle game hero after using him several times in the advanced server. He can have the upper hand in the laning phase because of his abilities, and he can be scary in the mid game if he was able to farm successfully. I notice though that he loses his effectivity in late game when enemies become tankier. As I said, Brody is not an ordinary marksman since he cannot really rely on his basic attack because of its slow animation. In early game though, Brody can dominate his lane by poking his enemies with first skill and normal attack. It is best to take advantage of the Abyss Mark because it can help him deal more damage in early game. If Brody was able to poke his enemies, he can force them to go home so he can get the chance to get more gold from the energy shield. Gold lane is preferred too because Brody needs his expensive core items to deal more damage. Brody gets a lot of movement speed boost from his skills, so his playstyle should take advantage of this. Because of this, I personally think that Brody should specialize in poking too. To become successful, Brody should be able to deal damage to his enemies by poking them and capitalizing the movement speed boost to reposition himself so that his enemies won't be able to reach him. Proper positioning is integral to all marksmen and Brody needs it a lot. Also, he can just pop his ultimate after successfully poking his enemies and putting 4 Abyss Marks. Brody is prone to being ganked or caught easily because he doesn't really have any escape skill. His second skill is a dash skill, but it needs a target in order to be used. Although it can stun his target, what do you think would happen if Brody gets ganked by 2 or more people? Flicker should be useful during those times, but take into account that Flicker has a long cooldown. Because of this reason alone, I don't think Brody can dominate in high elo. Brody also has weak combat skills, so he might have a hard time fighting other marksmen 1v1, especially in the late game. I think most players will experience difficulty in mastering Brody after considering his playstyle. Maybe you will need 100 to 350 matches before you can maximize his potential to your favor. Brody's weakness are heroes who can chase. This includes assassins like Ling, Lancelot, Helcurt and even fighters like Chu and Jawhead, to name a few. Flicker can be life-saving for Brody, but it is still not enough against enemies who can easily chase him. Is Brody overpowered? Will Brody be banned? Brody can be strong against melee heroes who don't have the capability to reach him. However, Brody isn't really overpowered against a lot of heroes. I think Brody is pretty balanced with his high damage but low mobility. For a marksman, I think Brody is weak when it comes to late game. So, should you buy Brody? I wouldn't recommend buying Brody unless you already bought all the better marksman heroes. Please consider subscribing and turning the notification bell on to be notified about our next Should You Buy episode. What do you think of Brody? Let me know in the comments.